Hello, welcome back to The Unique Edge. We have a really interesting topic to talk about today, and I believe it's very popular, and I just want to give like our take on it here at The Unique Edge and kind of give you a glimpse of what we stand for, and also give you some practical stuff that you can use and interpret into your day-to-day life and your routines and things like that. So, first things first, the thing I want to talk about today is self love. And I think self love is such a powerful concept, even though it's really out there and everyone is aware of it. I just feel like it still gets slept on how deep it can really transform yourself, your life, and people around you. I really truly think the people that really love themselves are the people that change the world. All right. And let's just start by saying that majority of the population do not practice self-love or even know what it truly is. Um, I mean, we live in a society that constantly points to us what's wrong with us, constantly points that we're not enough, constantly, tells us that we need to change something or we should want something. We don't live in a society that supports us being just us, as we are, and feeling worthy to love ourselves as we are and feeling good as we are, no matter what our circumstances is, no matter what our background is, no matter what we look like. It's really hard to be that person in today's world because we're constantly wanting to, change and all this other stuff. Anywho, so I just wanted to say that self validation is the ultimate validation that we really strive for. We often go after external validation. We often do a lot of things to, manipulate how people perceive us and do things, people pleasing things. We do things for others to accept us, and after a while, that gets really tiring and it's not sustainable. You know what I mean? And it not everyone's gonna like you. That's just what it is, and that's okay. We can coexist with people not liking us, even the people that we love dearly and we care about, and the people that we want to like us. Sometimes they're just not going to accept you, and that's okay. I think going after external validation, it really, it really, really is like feeding a hungry like ghost. And I don't know if you guys seen Casper, the movie. It's an older movie, like back in the 90s, Casper. And the ghosts, I believe they were his uncles. They were these big ghosts. And when they ate so much food. And there was a scene where they were eating all this food and the food was just leaving their bodies because they're ghosts, So they never get full off the food, no matter how much they ate. And that's what you have to look at it when it comes to external validation. No matter how much you receive, you'll never get full because it's a never ending thing. It's just not something that you should go for. So it's definitely just something that, something that we shouldn't strive for. Self validation is it. That's what it is. As long as we accept ourselves, as long as we love ourselves, we will be content. We will be happy. We will be fulfilled, and that also gives us the gas, the momentum to live our fullest potential. Okay. So, um, definitely start loving yourself. And I'm just going to give some practical steps on how to do this and then also bringing awareness to this. And before I get into that, I just want to go deep into what self-love like does. It is like this inner, thing that you do, this inner work. And when you really are consistent with it, it can really transform you. And it's like a light that shines from the inside and it goes out to the external. So not only will you have like this glow up your mental health boost. You will also see it bleed through your finances, bleed through your career, your relationships, and things like that. Like, so many things come from loving yourself and doing the inner work. So it's definitely a thing that shines light into all areas of your life. So there's so many benefits to this, So rather than seeking that external validation that you already know that you'll never get full off of, get full of yourself, do the inner work, and you'll see that all these things will appear, in your life, good things that really helps you and really benefits you. And it's just a never ending thing also on top of that, because the more you do this inner work, the more you express, yourself and be who you are, the more things you're going to attract at ease. And it's just such a powerful thing. And that is like the ultimate goal, right? You want to be on this planet to live your fullest potential. You don't want to stay stagnant. You don't want to close in, and you don't want to degrade. You don't want to fall back. You want to evolve. You want to grow, expand, and, be the light that you are, So, and it definitely starts with self-love. So just a few tips with self-love. Again, it just, can be the little things that you can do on a daily basis, just checking in with yourself. What I did in the beginning is that I like set a little like alarms in my phone, maybe about 3 times a day, like in the morning, early morning, noon, and then in the evening. I'll be out with my friends, and then the alarm will come on and it'll be like, check in with yourself. And what I would do, even though I'm out and about, I would mentally have a check in, like, how are you feeling? What do you need right now? Do you feel safe? What will make you feel safe? Are you okay? Do you need to take a breath? Do you need to take a break? Just check in with yourself, because we live on autopilot most of our lives. We're just going about our routines. We're just doing what we're doing, and we're really not checking in with ourselves emotionally, and make sure that our body, our mind, our emotions, feelings, our soul is all intact. Are we doing okay? And I know that seems small, but if you do this on a consistent basis, you're going to build a relationship with yourself. And I'm not going to give you like a huge meditation or anything like that. I'm just going to give you something that you can literally just start and just be consistent, and something that is simple, and something that you can do. And just setting these little alerts on your phone, getting in tune with yourself, asking yourself. Maybe the first couple times you won't get a response from yourself, right? You're not going to really engage. But if you keep doing it, you'll eventually see and hear, yourself telling yourself that I just need a drink of water. I just need to lay down, um, I really want to get started on this project that I've been neglecting. I just really need love today. I just really need rest. Or I just really need to eat something really good, some comfort food. Or I need to be around family. I need to be around someone that loves me. I need to stop being so hard on myself. I need to appreciate the small wins. Just little things like that. So you'll see, like, on a day-to-day like basis, if you keep checking in with yourself, your your intuition knows what it wants, but it's you that has to listen to it. Okay. And this practice literally um gives you the practice to start listening to you. And this is like my saying, the drip is within you. Okay. The answers are within you. Everything that you want and need in this lifetime is in you. Okay. So it's just about working and doing that inner work and showing up consistently. And I feel like in today's like self-development world, self-improvement, our attention spans aren't that long. You know what I mean? They're not that long. And sometimes we get overwhelmed with all these practices that these ancient like gurus and Buddhas and stuff did. And we don't have that the time. Okay. Some of us are just trying to survive. We have jobs, we have kids, we have a lot of responsibilities. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that we live like that. But so how could we care for ourselves? How could we show up for loving ourselves when we tend to live in chaos? Okay, we have a lot going on. We don't have the time that we need or want. So I try to keep things simple. I try to keep things short and just straight to the point. But eventually, you're gonna realize, you're gonna have the awareness, like, hey, I need to start making this time, to really check in with myself. I need to start making this time to really take time out and take care of myself and get in tune with myself. And then you'll see that your life is going to change, because you're going to take out the things that no longer support you. You're going to take out the thought patterns, take out the habits, take out all those things that don't support you. So all in all, it comes like full circle. Self-love comes in full. It just like, it's just, if you do the work, your life can dramatically change within 3 to 6 months. If you do the work, if you listen and you really engage and you really give your soul, your body, your mind, your emotions, you give these parts of you what they need, even the most vulnerable parts, even the parts that you're embarrassed of. Love those parts and give those parts what they need. Like, I know we have insecurities. Show up with those insecurities. Give love to those insecurities. Your insecurities are valid. Okay, they're valid, because we live in a world that tells us that everything is wrong with us, and we're supposed to look a certain way, supposed to be a certain way, supposed to talk a certain way, dress a certain way. So your insecurities are fine, but it's up to you, and it's your responsibility to love those insecurities and accept those insecurities and support those insecurities and ask those insecurities and the things that you're embarrassed about, or the things that you're most vulnerable about. Ask them what they need from you. What do they need? What support do they need? And show up for them. Okay? Show up for all of you, because the answers are within inside of you, and the only validation you need is the validation from you. Okay? External validation gets you nowhere. You'll never be happy. You'll be in an endless spiral. Okay? You'll get high, and that high comes down just as fast as it went up. All right? We want to be okay within ourselves. We want to be in love with ourselves. Okay? And then within loving ourselves, tuning into ourselves, listening to ourselves, this light shines bright through all the areas in our lives. Okay? And when you do this work from within, people are going to wonder. They're going to ask you, like, what are you doing differently? Like, this glow is going to shine out of you. Okay? And you're going to inspire other people. You're going to influence other people. You're going to have an impact. Okay? People think getting external validation, they think that is impacting. No, you doing the inner work that's going to impact your siblings. That's going to impact your parents. That's going to impact your coworkers. That's going to impact the world. Okay? Start within. I know it seems small, but if you constantly do the work, it's definitely going to pay off, and you're going to look back and be like, wow. Okay, so that's all I have today. Thank you for tuning in to The Unique Edge, and I hope to hear back from you guys. If you have any comments, please comment them below. Just give us some feedback, and yeah, talk to you soon.